Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're diving headfirst into the wave of announcements from Microsoft Build 2025.
Yeah, lots to cover.
Our focus, it's really on the tools and platforms Microsoft is pushing out, to help developers build what's next with AI.
Exactly.
We've got excerpts from the Build keynote, and our mission, really, is to pull out the most valuable bits, see how these things can help you, our listener, get up to speed in this, well, super fast-moving tech world.
Right. Aiming for those aha moments, but without totally overwhelming you.
Hopefully.
And what's really interesting about this build, I think, is the clear focus on making these AI tools accessible, like for all developers.
Doesn't matter where you are technically.
Exactly. Pro coder, just starting out exploring AI, these announcements, they have some pretty serious implications for you. We'll sort of guide you through it, point out the surprising stuff, the key insights.
Okay, let's unpack it then. The keynote, it started with a real buzz, didn't it?
It really did.
The speakers seemed genuinely pumped up by the incredible students and amazing teams showing live code.
Yeah, in the demo theater, it really set a tone, practical innovation.
It did, and it immediately flagged Build as this, vital moment for developers.
Yeah.
A chance to see actual creative coding happening.
That focus on live code, no fluff, I think they said, it really underscored the practical side of what was coming.
And then they dropped this idea, which I thought was really interesting, that we're in the middle innings of a platform shift. They mentioned Win32 in 91, the web in 96.
Allowed and mobile in 08.
Yeah. And now they're saying it's the era of the open agentic web at scale. What's the big significance of framing it that way?
Well, it's a really powerful way to contextualize where we are now, those previous shifts. They totally changed how software was made and used.
Right.
So this open agentic web idea suggests a change just as big, where intelligent agents are, fundamental to our digital lives.
Operating at massive scale.
And built using open standards. That's the key part.
Right. And it sounds like the big goal is just opening up opportunities for developers, across the whole stack, so anyone can build these new apps and agents.
That's exactly it. Making this new world accessible. Making sure developers at all levels can actually play a part in building this open, scalable, agentic web. Empowering people, basically.
Okay, so let's get into the tools, the one that developers are already using and how they're changing. The numbers they threw out were pretty staggering.
Weren't they just?
Over 50 million users for the Visual Studio family, 150 million on GitHub.
And GitHub Copilot. Over 15 million.
It just shows the massive, massive scale we're talking about here.
It really does. And those aren't just numbers, right? They represent this huge, engaged community already deep in the Microsoft ecosystem.
Which gives them a big head start integrating AI.
A significant head start, yeah.
And tons of updates are coming to these core tools. Visual Studio gets live preview for .NET, better Git tooling.
Cross-platform debugging improvements, too.
Right, and they're moving to monthly stable releases. That feels like a big commitment to keeping devs current.
Absolutely. It's all about productivity, smoother workflows, those monthly releases. That really shows they're serious about giving consistent access to the latest stuff.
And VS Code hitting its 100th release with things like multi-window support, easier staging. It's amazing how that editor's grown.
Isn't it? Its whole open, flexible nature just made it explode in popularity. And these improvements, they directly address user needs, keeping it at the top.
GitHub, meanwhile, seems focused on the enterprise side. Big emphasis on trust, security, compliance.
Auditability, data residency.
Yeah, makes sense, given how sensitive corporate code is.
Oh, totally critical for big companies. GitHub's not just code storage anymore. It's this massive collaboration platform. You need those features for important apps.
But here's where it got really interesting, I thought. Open sourcing Copilot in VS Code. And integrating AI features directly into the core of VS Code itself. That feels huge.
It is a huge move. Bringing those AI capabilities right into the open source heart of VS Code, that basically gives everyone access to foundational AI coding help.
It's going to speed things up everywhere.
No doubt. Speed up innovation, speed up adoption across the whole developer world.
And it really shows how Copilot itself is evolving, right? From just code suggestion.
To chat, then multi-file edit.
And now agents.
Yeah.
It's a clear path towards more, intelligent help.
Exactly. It mirrors that broader trend towards AI that doesn't just suggest code, but understands the bigger picture, answers questions, helps with complex tasks.
Okay, so let's dive into these AI agents then. The idea is they help with well, all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Answering questions, doing tasks, working alongside you.
Yeah, like having a really smart virtual coding assistant.
Right.
They're designed to basically augment the developer, take over the repetitive stuff, the time-consuming stuff.
You can focus on the hard problems.
Exactly, the complex, creative problem solving.
And Copilot's getting some serious upgrades here. It can now update frameworks like Java 8 to 21.
Or .NET 6 to 9. Migrate on-prem apps to the cloud.
Create plans, suggest fixes, even learn from the changes you make. That's way beyond just suggesting the next line.
It's a significant leap in Copilot's intelligence. It's autonomy, really.
It's moving from reactive to proactive.
Precisely. Guiding and automating big parts of the development process.
They even showed an autonomous agent for site SRE, site reliability engineering.
Yeah.
That can automatically figure out what's wrong with the site, find the root cause, fix it, and log it all in GitHub.
Imagine not getting paged at 3 a.m.
Right.
For anyone who's been on call, that is the absolute dream. It shows the potential for AI agents to automate really crucial operational tasks.
Making systems more reliable.
And giving developers their nights back, which, isn't just about convenience. It's about reclaiming time, reducing burnout. That's a potential game changer for engineering teams.
What, the full coding agent built into GitHub? That sounds like the biggest jump. Taking Copilot from a pair programmer to a peer programmer, handling bug fixes, new features, code maintenance, all on its own.
That's transformative, truly.
And it's available now.
That's the kicker. An AI agent that can independently tackle significant coding tasks. That's a fundamental shift in how software gets made.
Yeah.
And yeah, the fact it's already out there is incredible.
They showed that live demo, too. Assigning a GitHub issue, adding a filter for user groups.
Right, I saw that.
To Copilot, and it just went and created a pull request by itself.
Seeing it actually do it makes it real, doesn't it? And it wasn't a trivial task. It shows the sophistication these agents are reaching.
Security seems like a big focus, though, thankfully.
Has to be.
They stress that the agent works in its own branch, uses servers the developer configures, fits into code review.
Absolutely critical. Security, control, they're non-negotiable when you automate like this. These safeguards keep developers in the driver's seat, make sure agents operate securely.
Okay, moving on. Sam Altman from OpenAI popped up virtually.
Yeah, talking about the evolution towards a real agentic coding experience.
Sounds like that's the future they both see.
Well, their partnership is clearly driving a lot of this. Altman's idea of a virtual teammate you can delegate to. Have it work on multiple things at once.
Like bug fixes and new features simultaneously.
Exactly. It really paints a picture of how AI could revolutionize the whole development workflow.
And Altman mentioned models getting smarter, but also simpler to use. Like, it just works.
More reliable, new features like multimodality understanding images, audio.
Which fits that accessibility theme again, making AI easier for all devs.
Yeah, that trend towards intuitive, reliable AI is essential for broad adoption. If it just works, developers can focus on building, not wrestling with the AI itself.
He did touch on the challenges, though. Building high-scale production agentic apps.
And just keeping up with how fast AI models change. That's a real concern if you're building serious projects on this tech. Yeah, the pace of improvement is both an opportunity and a challenge. You need the right infrastructure, the right tools to manage that rapid evolution if you want reliable apps.
And it sounds like their own internal tool, Codex, at OpenAI, showed big productivity gains for early users.
Real-world proof.
Yeah, internal validation. It's strong evidence for the potential here. Gives us a peek at the kinds of gains developers might see.
A glimpse of the future, maybe.
Oh, okay, let's switch gears slightly. Microsoft 365 Copilot.
Right.
They're calling the latest update a major one, almost as big as when Teams first launched.
That's a big claim.
It's bringing together chat, search, notebooks, creation tools, and agents. Sounds like this central AI hub for your workday.
It does, integrating all that into one platform. M365 Copilot is positioning itself as the AI tool for productivity, way beyond just writing emails.
And the agents within it sound powerful, like the researcher agent pulling info from the web and your company data.
Or the analyst agent finding insights in raw data, making forecasts.
It's like having specialized AI assistants ready to go.
Exactly. Domain-specific expertise right there, allowing for deeper insights, more efficient work across different tasks.
Teams is also becoming a platform for multiplayer agents.
Yeah, collaboration focus.
Automating workflows just by using an @ mention. That could really change how teams coordinate.
Totally. Integrating agents into teams could seriously enhance collaboration, automate routine stuff within the team flow, just delegate things using natural language.
And the fact that developers can build their own agents and publish them to an agent store,
Inside Copilot and Teams.
reaching potentially millions of users. That's a massive opportunity.
Oh, it's a huge distribution channel opening up.
Yeah.
Allows developers to get their specialized AI skills right into people's workflows via Copilot and Teams. It's a game changer for developers building agents.
They showed examples from Workday, ServiceNow, financial data analysis.
Yeah, clear. The industry is already jumping on this, shows how broad the applications are, solving very specific user problems.
Copilot Studio is also getting a boost, now including a full agent builder.
And MCP agent flows, orchestration for complex multi-agent workflows like onboarding a new hire.
That sounds incredibly useful for businesses.
Yeah, Copilot Studio evolving into this complete platform for building and managing agents, even complex multi-agent stuff, empowers people to create sophisticated automation pretty easily.
And the number. Over 1 million agents built for Copilot and Teams in the last year alone.
Staggering, isn't it? Really shows the momentum, how quickly people are adopting and building agents. It's a significant shift.
And Copilot tuning for enterprises. That sounds key.
Absolutely, allowing companies to customize agents to their own tone, their language, their expertise.
By training on their own data.
Exactly.
Okay.
That addresses a critical need, making the AI understand and reflect a company's specific context and internal knowledge.
They showed demos of it all working together too. M365 Copilot looking at a GitHub backlog.
Building an RFP response agent in Copilot Studio.
Tuning a model for contract writing. Seeing it all connected really made it click.
Yeah, those demos provided concrete examples, showing how you can use all these different pieces of the Copilot ecosystem to build practical AI-powered solutions for all sorts of tasks.
Okay, now Azure AI Foundry. They called it an agent factory.
Right.
A production line for intelligence.
Right. It's more than just the models. It's the whole system around the models.
Evaluation, orchestration.
RAG, retrieval augmented generation, all the tools you need to actually deploy AI in the real world.
And loads of people are using it already, over 70,000 organizations.
Shows the demand, right?
Yeah.
Businesses need a reliable, scalable platform for their AI apps.
The number of models is crazy, over 1,900, including the latest from OpenAI with same-day access.
And Sora coming soon.
That gives developers just enormous choice.
Unparalleled choice and flexibility. Access to the cutting edge as soon as it's out. That same day OpenAI access is a huge plus.
They also stressed looking beyond just model smarts, cost, reliability, latency, quality.
With Azure OpenAI highlighted as best in class.
Important for making smart choices for real applications.
Absolutely. Foundry helps you make informed decisions based on your specific needs, not just chasing the newest, shiniest model.
And the surprise guest, Grok, from xAI, coming to Azure.
With Elon Musk talking about its focus on reasoning from first principles.
Adds another really interesting flavor to the mix for developers.
Definitely. Access to xAI's unique approach, focused on reasoning and research. Musk's comments gave some valuable context, too.
They're also making it easier to use these models. Provisioning compute once for multiple models.
Support for Mistral with EU data sovereignty options.
Deeper hugging face integration. It's all about flexibility and choice.
Exactly. Catering to a wide range of needs, regulatory requirements, more control for developers.
And the advanced retrieval systems for ARIDGE. The modern knowledge retrieval stack sounds crucial for agents answering complex questions.
Yeah, effective retrieval grounds the agent in real knowledge. Foundry Stack tackles those complex queries, synthesizes results for more accurate, reliable answers. You mentioned vector stores earlier.
Right, like a library index by meaning.
Precisely. Lets agents find relevant stuff even without exact keywords.
And the Foundry Agent service, now generally available, lets you build agents declaratively.
Yeah, simplifies building them. With built-in support for multi-agent orchestration, integrates with AutoGen, makes creating sophisticated agents easier.
Plus, all sorts of compute options, from serverless up to AKS.
So you can pick the right infrastructure for your agent's needs and scale. Optimize cost and performance.
And the smooth integration between Foundry and Copilot Studio is key. Fine-tune in Foundry, deploy in Copilot Studio.
Creates that unified experience. Leverage Foundry's power for customization, then easily deploy in the Copilot ecosystem.
The Stanford Medicine example, using multi-layer agents in Foundry for cancer care.
Powerful.
That's a really powerful real-world use case. And it's available in Foundry now.
Yeah, vividly shows the potential in critical areas like healthcare, and making that kind of sophisticated orchestration accessible is a big deal.
New observability features, too, for monitoring AI in production. Impact, quality, safety, cost.
Essential for managing AI responsibly at scale. You need those insights.
And extending existing security like Intra-ID, Purview, Defender to agents ensures consistent governance.
Vital. Maintaining control, compliance, protecting against risks as you bring in this intelligent automation.
The demo combining Foundry and GitHub Copilot on that travel app.
Vibe travel, yeah.
Improving responses with Bing search, adding a flight booking API, it tied things together nicely.
Yeah, practical illustration of combining the platforms to build smarter, more functional apps.
And seeing Copilot agent mode again, understanding design mockups, making code changes autonomously.
And creating that PR for the group size filter issue. Really hammered home how sophisticated these assistants are getting.
Okay, Foundry Local and Windows AI Foundry, bringing AI building and running closer to the user on their own devices.
Mac and Windows support, yeah. Big step towards local AI.
Opens up possibilities for edge AI, using the processing power on the user's machine.
Exactly. And Windows positioned as this huge open platform for AI, announcing Windows AI Foundry,
Which they use internally for things like recall.
is now being opened up, supporting the full dev lifecycle across CPUs, GPUs, NPUs, and the cloud.
So developers can build AI apps that just naturally use whatever chip is best.
That's the idea. Seamlessly take advantage of modern hardware.
Foundry Local is baked into Windows AI Foundry, giving access to pre-optimized local models.
And the ability to customize the silicon with LoRa adapters.
Sounds super efficient. What are LoRa adapters briefly?
Think of them as a lightweight way to fine-tune a pre-trained AI model for specific tasks without retraining the whole massive thing. Much faster and cheaper for customization.
Got it. And they mentioned Phi Silica being important for fast AI on the PC.
Yeah, sounds like custom silicon optimized for AI inference. Highlights their commitment to optimizing the whole stack right down to the hardware for great on-device AI performance.
And having APIs for organizing data privately, building hybrid apps using local and cloud. Crucial for smart private local AI. You mentioned vector stores again.
Still key for that local knowledge access while protecting privacy.
And Windows getting native MCP support. Built-in MCP servers, a discovery system that feels foundational for the agentic web vision.
Absolutely. MCP is like the common language for these agents.
So they can talk to each other and other apps securely?
Exactly. Native support in Windows is a cornerstone for enabling that secure, interoperable communication on the local device.
The demo on Windows, using VS Code, GitHub Copilot agent mode, setting up Linux with WSL,
Creating a website project
and updating its design from Figma with just 3 sentences. That was mind-blowing.
really showed the power of those secure MCP connections on Windows. Streamlining complex tasks, huge productivity boost potential.
And WSL going fully open source.
Huge win for the developer community. Fosters more collaboration, more innovation in cross-platform dev on Windows.
Then Kevin Scott, the CTO,
Yeah.
gave that broader view, the agentic web.
Yeah, framing it as this thing emerging from all these components, protocols, services being developed together, emphasizing the open nature.
Right, not just one company's thing.
Exactly, a collaborative effort built on open standards.
His definition of an agent was simple. Something a human can delegate increasingly complex tasks to.
Gets right to the heart of it, extending human abilities.
The diagram of the stack helped too. Agents on top, runtime layer, protocols like MCP and A2A connecting it all.
Visualizing it as layers clarifies how the pieces fit, from the agents you interact with down to the pipes.
And the fact that daily agent use and task complexity have jumped significantly in the past year.
Shows the momentum, accelerating adoption and development.
Scott also said current AI models have capability overhang. They can do more than we're asking.
A call to action, urging developers to be more ambitious, push the boundaries.
And he stressed the importance of agent memory, referencing that open source type agent system.
Yeah, effective memory is crucial for agents to learn, handle complex tasks needing context. It's a key area of research.
He reiterated Azure Foundry as the platform delivering the runtime components.
Reinforces Foundry's central role in this whole agentic web ecosystem, providing the infrastructure.
And that strong commitment to MCP as the open communication protocol.
Essential for interoperability, letting different agents and services talk seamlessly.
Then NL Web, turning websites and APIs into agentic apps easily. Every endpoint an MCP server.
Sounds revolutionary, like HTML for the agentic web.
Potentially transformative, making existing web stuff accessible to agents.
The demo using it on a GitHub repo, asking natural language questions about code.
Powerful illustration of what it enables.
Scott kept hitting that theme. Open ecosystem, driven by developer creativity.
That collaborative spirit seems core to their vision.
Seems so. Believing the best stuff comes from the community.
Okay, shifting to data. Crucial layer for AI, obviously. They showed customer examples, saving time, huge performance boosts using Microsoft's data tools.
Yeah, the data layer is fundamental. Those examples show the real-world benefits of their platform for powering AI.
Integrating Cosmos DB into Foundry for Conversation History, RAG, makes sense for agents that need memory and knowledge.
Streamlines building agents that can maintain context, access info quickly, better conversations, better retrieval.
Azure Data Strikes, connecting other data sources to Foundry, expands what agents can access.
Yeah, lets agents reason over a broader range of info, more comprehensive applications.
And integrating LLM responses directly with natural language and SQL queries.
Powerful way to analyze data using AI alongside traditional methods. Simplifies exploration.
Bringing Cosmos DB into Fabric, unifying structured and unstructured data. Seems key for AI readiness.
Exactly. Getting all that data together ready for AI, a comprehensive foundation.
And a no-code, low-code digital twin builder in Fabric, making virtual models more accessible.
Lowers the barrier to entry for creating those useful virtual representations.
Shortcut transformations in Fabric 2, powered by Foundry. Audio to text, sentiment analysis, simplifies data prep.
Pre-built AI transformations streamline analysis, make it easier to get insights from different data types.
And Copilot in Power BI. Chat-based data exploration across reports.
Yeah.
Also in M365 Copilot.
Makes data analysis much more user-friendly. Interact with data using natural language, uncover insights more easily. Big accessibility win.
Finally, the infrastructure powering all this. The challenge. Best AI experience, lower costs.
Right. Microsoft's taking that holistic systems approach, optimizing everything from the data center up.
The goal.
Yeah.
Most tokens per watt per dollar. Most AI processing for least energy and money.
That sums it up. Cost-effective, scalable, efficient AI infrastructure.
Azure being first with NVIDIA's latest GPUs at scale, hitting record processing levels, shows their leadership.
Definitely underscores their position for demanding AI workloads. Quick deployment, massive scale.
Jensen Huang's video. 40x speed up over Hopper in just 2 years, through hardware and software co-engineering.
Astounding pace. Shows the power of optimizing both together.
And they're accelerating more than just language models. Data processing, video transcoding.
Image processing, diverse models, it's broad infrastructure support for all kinds of AI apps.
Azure's global footprint keeps growing. 70-plus regions, 10 new recently, ensures low latency access worldwide.
Essential for global users. Reliable access, minimal delay.
Building AI-ready data centers, advanced cooling like liquid cooling, super fast networking.
Serious investment in infrastructure specifically for AI's demands.
Optimizing with their own chips like Cobalt, used internally and by partners, shows the value of custom silicon.
Allows further optimization for performance and efficiency across different workloads.
Meta Office, using Azure AI for climate predictions. Great example of tackling big, real-world problems.
Shows the power of the infrastructure for complex scientific challenges with societal impact.
And their focus on resilience, compliance, data sovereignty controls.
Critical for businesses using AI in the cloud. Security, compliance, meeting regulations.
Plus Azure Local for low latency, high control, even disconnected scenarios.
Addresses those edge cases, provides deployment flexibility.
Okay, last big piece. Microsoft Discovery for Science.
Applying the full tech stack to speed up scientific discovery, like GitHub for devs or M365 for knowledge workers, but for science.
Built on a powerful knowledge graph, using Foundry for specialized research agents. Aims to fundamentally change research.
Yeah, combining that graph with advanced agents lets researchers analyze complex info, generate hypotheses, automate experiments in this iterative loop.
The demo on immersion coolants was compelling. Reasoning over knowledge, generating ideas, running experiments.
Leading to identifying promising PFAS-free coolants, real breakthrough potential shown there.
And they want to apply it across fields, therapeutics, semiconductors, materials. The potential impact is enormous.
Could accelerate innovation across science, tackle huge global challenges.
So the bigger picture they kept stressing. Democratization, making tools accessible, enabling real-world impact.
Right. The winners aren't just the platform builders, but everyone building applications on top, enabling innovation everywhere.
Technology's value is what people do with it.
Exactly.
That World Bank study in Nigeria finding Copilot was a really effective educational intervention.
Powerful example of real-world impact, improving lives, creating opportunity.
Okay, so to wrap up our deep dive into Build 2025, we saw this huge push on developer empowerment via AI tools.
The robust Foundry platform as the engine.
The exciting, if still developing, vision of the agentic web.
Major advancements in data and the underlying infrastructure.
And that really groundbreaking potential for AI and science with discovery.
Absolutely. The sheer pace of innovation was incredible. It presents massive opportunities for you, the developers listening, to leverage all this and build seriously impactful stuff.
And on that note, here's a final thought for you to chew on. How might this increasing accessibility of AI development tools, this emergence of an agentic web, how could it fundamentally reshape not just software, but maybe many parts of your work, your life? What new possibilities does this unlock for you to go out and explore and create?